Good evening, all of you. Once again, welcome to today's session. I hope my screen is visible to you all. Good evening. Is my screen visible to you all? Okay, that's great. That's great. Good. Thank you. So, in today's session, we will check all about R language. Okay. So, we skipped Excel for tomorrow's session, as tomorrow's session will be of your project session. So in 1 hour, just a moment. Avinash is now the voice is clear and sound. Am I clear now, Avinash? Can you hear me? Okay, okay, fine. Okay. So in today's session, we will see what is R. Okay. We skipped Excel for data analysis due to the shortage of time, but we will cover it tomorrow while doing the capstone projects. So in Excel dashboard, while performing the project of Excel dashboard, we will see all the advanced things and the requirements of Excel for data analysis. Okay. So today we will see about R language. What is R language? How to use it? Okay, like that. So let's continue with it. Basically, the very first thing that we have to see is the introduction to R language, that what is R language, how to use it, and what are the benefits of using R language, how to implement R in our analysis, like that. Okay, so let's start it with the introduction of R, that we already seen the SQL, which is query language, and now we will see that how R is used in analysis. Okay, the basic concepts of R we will cover in today's session. What will be the learning objectives for today's session? The outline the importance of R, basically, that how R is important in analytical field or in your analytical career, how R will support you to get the insights and to get the results or to extract the data from the required fields. As you already seen, SQL is not able to do visualizations, whereas in R you can do all type of data manipulations, data extractions, data aggregations, as well as data visualizations also. Okay, so in R we will discuss different types of variables in R, data types and variables in R, the types of R operators, and the different type of conditional statements that R have. Conditional statements means if and all, like that. And we examine the different type of loops also. It's a language, that's why it's a programming language, so there will be loops also, and how to run the R scripts, how to analyze the data that we have, okay, through R scripts, and the common functions that are used in R language. Okay, now the very first thing that we will see, that what is the importance of R. Okay, we will understand the requirement of R using some scenarios. Vivek, today you logged in with your email ID only. So today I am able to see your email ID only. It's okay. Yes, R is used for data manipulations only. While working with data, R is only used for that, not for any other purpose. Okay. So we will see the importance of R language using some scenarios and some examples, so that things can be cleared, and we will know that how R is used to increase the uh, profits and increase the income sources and to increase the worth of the company. Okay, so here is very nice example of a big supermarket. Okay, as you know, these days the trend of supermarket is trending, and people who are uh, purchasing things from the market are used to go in supermarkets now. Why? Because they get all type of things in supermarket that they need for their day-to-day life, right? So here is an example that the UK's big four supermarkets have been engaged in a price war as German discounters expand rapidly in the UK. So there is a variety, various reasons that in 2016 there is a problem with supermarket that they can't analyze that why the market is going down and why the values of their shares are going down, why the customers are not moving so much, and why they are facing problem in their business. So their sale also decreasing in 2016. Okay, so the company had straight years of profit decline. Continuously for 2 years, the share declined by 7%. Okay, so what they did, how they used R language to analyze all the things and implement immediately the decisions using R language in their analysis. Let's see. What is the comeback? There is a mistake in the heading. Ignore that. What is the comeback? In a few months, Sainsbury was able to regain its hold in the market and the biggest riser of Financial Times Stock Exchange 100 index. It is a stock index in UK. Okay, it's a company named your Sainsbury. Okay, in UK. So they declined by 7% of shares in last few months only, but in next few months they able to regain their hold in market and are the biggest riser in the stock exchange. Okay, what they did, what the strategies they implemented, so they get hold back to the market. Okay, so let's see what they done. They implemented many business strategies in their supermarkets, big markets, along with deployed R software to its system. R software also helps to analyze the thing and give the decisions on the basis of the analysis done in the database. Okay. It also works on live data, right? So it is very helpful for the businesses to give the alerts where the business is going down and what type of product is to be replaced, what stock or how much stock is available, like that. All the things can be managed in our software. So our software itself is a tool that can analyze the live data as well as give the decisions or give the analysis, or you can say give the suggestions that it should be done, right? So by day to day observations or day to day analysis, that can be skipped by using R. Okay, let's see, uh, going deeper into the example, that how this R software helped the company to come back in the market. So how R is implemented at Sainsbury's? The retail stores daily sales are updated. Okay. So what happened at this point? The data is collecting daily sales. Source stores daily sales is collecting in the form of data and refreshed every 30 minutes from local retail store machines to big data server. So the data which is available with the R server, or you can say the big data server, is getting updated in every 30 minutes. So what is the benefit to updating the data in every 30 minutes? In every 30 minutes, R analyzes the data in the real time scenario. Okay. So it is not needed that on every closer day or in any weekdays or in any weekends it is to be analyzed or like that. But while the data is updating in every 30 minutes, the R system connected to the big data analyzes it into real time. So the present scenario, or you can say the very instant analysis can be provided by the R system over there. Okay. Model and codes are built up in R because without creating the models and the code, it is not possible for any language to analyze the things. Okay. What that models and codes do, they trace any decline in sales as per the forecasting model predictions, because R is also used in data sciences, okay, to predict the things, to create the forecasting models. Okay. So the forecasting models are created in R, and as per those forecasting models, those predictions are traces that is the sale decline or is it up to the mark up as per the forecastings. So those models and codes analyzes that either the sale is decline or is stable. Okay. What will be the next? Live R system gives an alert whenever the sale goes below the cutoff limit. Okay. It's a time series forecasting model. Okay. In today's session, there will be a minor touch of data science also. So it will be more interesting for you peoples to understand the live examples. Okay. So that R system, live system, which is getting the data in live scenario, which is updating in every 30 minutes, is analyze the data and give an alert whenever the sale goes down below the cutoff limit that is defined, okay, through the forecasting models. So it is very easy for the management now to get alert that yes, why the sale is going down. Okay, so the appropriate decisions can be taken immediately. Okay, now there is a name of an algorithm which is used in these forecasting models and all those things, a priori. Okay, this algorithm is used to give offers on associated products and time series forecasting models technique. It deployed to trigger any decline in sales. So if there is need of giving any offers on a particular product which is going down or which is going below the cutoff limit, that yes, now the offer is open on these products so that the sale get increased on those products, right? So as per the analysis, our language automatically analyze the data and implements the offer on a particular product which is going downward, right? So how easy it is now for the company and the stakeholders that if the sale is going down, then they not wait for the moment when the day offs or when the analytical sheets or the sales sheets comes in front of them at the end of the month. Okay, so at instant that our language through its modeling, through its analytical system, gives alert as well as implement some offer on the products that are going downward. Okay, so how interesting is it? Now it is very easy for the people that automatically offers get implemented. They don't need to do that things manually. Okay, so what happened? The sale get increased. Okay, that's the important aspect of that company that are helped them to get increase their sale. Okay, after knowing the very basic of R, that what is R, uh, why R is used, okay, like that, those things, we will start downloading R, and then after we will implement the logics in R. Okay, so what is R? R is very famous tool in analytical field as well as in the data science field also, because data science, Python is in the scenario before 4 to 5 years. But which language is used before Python? Our language is used before Python. Okay, so what are the features? Let's see what are the features of R used. That first of all, let's see. R is a free open source language. It means anyone can use R in free mode. It is open source language, so you can download it from the websites and use for statistical and visualization software. Okay, and uh, as we see that SQL only handles the structured data, but SQL can handle structured as well as semi-structured data. Okay, that's the advantage with the R language, that it handles both type of databases. Okay, so let's see what are the features. Okay, so what are the features that are with us in R? Let's see. R language is accessible along with all the platforms like Linux, Mac, Windows, like that. Okay. Next, it has the ability to integrate with the procedures written in C, C++, R, like that. Okay. So, what is the benefit of using these languages in your uh, R language? That either the program or either the things are written in C, C++, .NET, Python, Fortran, like that. So they can be integrated in R. So if someone is proficient in a particular language, then they can use that language along with R. Okay, so that's the thing. And second, has R has an effective data handling and storage facility, because as we see in uh, Tableau or in SQL, they have the ability for handling data also, but storing facility is not available along with those data sets. They can be integrated with the resources, but can't store data sources, or you can say data at a particular place along with their platform. But while using R, it stores the data and it handles the data by effectively. Second thing is it provides a wide variety of integrated collection of tools for data analysis. What that means? That means that it can handle many tools along with it. Many, you can say, many type of data sources, or you can say your data analysis tools like aggregation, manipulation, visualization, and your uh, calculations. So all these things are handled very easily in R. Okay. So worldwide res- repository system, that is CRAN. It is a platform where our language have its hold, or you can say CRAN handles all the things that are associated with your R language. The R archive, or you can say this is the platform at which you can get all the previous versions of R and the present versions of R, and how are getting updated and all those things. Okay, we will see what is CRAN. It is very useful if you will going with the R language resources. Okay, so that's the thing. Moving ahead, why R for data analytics? The very important thing, that why we are using R for data analytics, right? So why R? Anyone can reply me that why R? If anyone knows something about R, please let me know. Is anyone here who knows a few things about R or have hands on previously on R? Anyone? Shri, no, completely new to R. The R is very interesting. Its community is very wide. Free open source language. Right. Yasin, right. Anyone else? No idea. Visualization, right. You're completely new. It's okay. Let's see what R can do for it, or R can do for us. Let's move ahead. After uh, after this point, that why R for why R for data analytics, we will see how to download it, and we will start downloading this. It will take hardly 20 minutes to get setup of whole R. The very first thing in why it is open source, first thing, because why open source? R is a free software, that's why. Okay. Second, R is a statistical software. It means it works on statics, right? Where complex stats models. I thought you all aware about the terminologies like linear regression. That's are from statistics, logical regression, hypothesis testing, ANOVA, analysis of variance, GLM, generalized linear models, etc. All these type of statistical tools, or you can say the statistical models, can be run on your R language. So those things which are possible with R, or you can say those things which are possible with your Python, you can perform all those things with R also. The only difference while working with Python and R is the big data handling, or you can say the execution time. R can handle as big as the data is, but there is only the difference of execution time in R and Python. That's why. Okay. Next, R have some very interesting visualization tools that creates graphs, bar charts, multi-panel charts, scatter plots. All those charts that we already seen in Tableau can be visualized in R also. Some machine learning algorithms can be performed easily into R. So it is very interesting that these machine learning things can be performed in R language very easily. Okay. So we will not go into more deeper of it, more inside of it. Okay, because we are have limitations of business analytics only today. Okay, so recognized by other softwares. If you are aware about the name SAS, okay, so you can write R codes in SAS, because SAS combines all these things to that you can perform in business analytics. Nowadays it is very famous to perform the things in SAS software. It is very famous these days. Okay, so you can perform the things in SAS using your R codes. Okay, So it is very interesting to know. And the second very interesting and very important feature of R that that gives the advantage of using R for data analytics is R can handle semi-structured data and has algorithms which are inbuilt to it. Okay, so this is the feature of R that makes it more appropriate and efficient for data analysis. Last thing is it have its customized algorithms. Okay, so if you need to manipulate or you can change the algorithms as per requirement, it is very easy in R to change those algorithms and the packages as per your requirement. In other tools it is not possible to change the packages or the algorithms as per the requirement, but in R it is possible that you can customize the algorithms as per the requirement of the scenario. Okay, that's the thing. And uh, I also advise you all to go with the uh, basic structure, or you can say basic introduction or basic knowledge of SAS. Okay, so SAS is used basically with the statistics. Okay, statistical analysis is used in SAS. It is very interesting tool that combines all the things that are needed in data analysis, or you can say business analytics. Okay, data types and variable we see after installing R. Okay, let's move with the thing. Vivek, R, I told you that it's a statistical analysis tool. Okay, it's have some advanced, you can say applications which are inbuilt in it. Okay, and advanced analytics, business intelligence, data management, you can say predictive analysis. Okay, so SAS have its own programming language, and you can work with R supporting to it also. Okay, is anyone have any doubt till now? So we will move for the installation of R. Okay, so let's move with the installation of R. Just a moment. Let me open the PPT for the configuration and installation of RStudio. Okay, let me share you. Where is it gone? Here it is. Sorry. Just a moment. Yes. Is the screen visible to you all? Is the screen visible to you all? Okay, okay. Great, great, great. Good. So let's move on with installation. This is R. Okay. We will see the installation of R. Okay. So the steps for installing R. R can be installed on any of the operating system because it have its own different versions for Windows, Mac, Linux. Okay. For Windows and Mac, it have its self installation binary, that is that you all know that what is self installation library. Self installation library is just like other softwares that we installed on Windows, that just by just clicking next, 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 you can install it. And for Linux, they are having a different process for installing R. Okay. Now let's see the sources for installing R. You all can see two links over here that we discussed earlier also. That first one is your CRAN, and your second one is for RStudio. Let me share the link in your chat box. And where is it gone? Just a moment. There is some network issue, so team getting slower. Okay. Yes. RStudio for desktop. I shared the first link with you. Go to that link and go for the second link also. First of all, you have to install from CRAN website, okay, that R, R language, and then after we will install the RStudio. Okay, go with the first one. You have to download R 4.1.2 for Windows. Okay, Download R for Windows, the very first option you will get on the top of the page. This is the website from CRAN, where you find all the previous versions or the R source and the R binaries, the packages available with R. Okay, if you want to download these packages manually, then you can download from here. Okay, if you need to download the manuals for the for R, you can download it from here. Okay. Shubh, yes, for Mac also that is available over there. Mac OS, the second option on the site of CRAN. The link that I provided you will move you on the page where you will find three options in the top. First one is to download R for Linux, second for download R for Mac OS, and third is for download R for Windows. Download R Studio, not R server. Download R Studio. R Studio Desktop, you have to download R Studio Desktop, not R Studio Server, not R Studio Desktop Pro. Because R Studio Desktop and R Studio Server are free, so you have to download R Studio Desktop. Okay. Or if you will scroll down on the website of second link, you will find that download R Studio for Windows also. It is of 190 MB. Okay. Shweta, just a moment, let me see. Go for the CRAN R project on the home page. Yes, you can go on R 4.2.1 for Windows. Click on that. Uh, Gargi, are you installing the first setup? R, R for Windows. Download the first one. See, this is the very base. You have to download the base version. Okay. This is very old slides. That's why it is showing you 3.2.2. Download the base. And then the very first option, download R 4.2.1. Okay, click on that. 79 megabytes, 64 bit. Yes, download the base, Gargi. The setup is 78.8 MB. After downloading it, download the RStudio IDE also. All of you downloaded it? Let me share my screen. So along with you all, I will install also. Okay, Priya. Accept defaults. Accept defaults only, because we don't know what are the customizations in startup, because you are in an initial stage of R and new for R. So go for accept defaults. Good, Vivek. Rita. Yes, go for the next. Shweta, go for next. Anshika, do you want me to show the complete process for setup or installation? These type of windows you seen in your while installing. Select either 32-bit or 64-bit in these files. Okay, whatever be your system, most probably it is 64-bit. Just untick 32 and remaining 3 will be ticked. Finally, the R console will be on your desktop. Leave that as it is. Don't open that. Okay. Then after, download RStudio and install it. Okay. Then we will see what is the interface of RStudio. Let me share my screen. Is my screen visible to you all? Let me install also along with you. I'm installing the R now. See, it will ask the language. I click yes. Then again click yes. This type of panel I observed here. Okay. Just untick 32-bit because I don't need 32-bit. My system is of 64-bit. Click next. No, because I accept all the defaults. Next. Don't create a start menu or like that. You can create desktop shortcut only. Okay. It get installed in a moment. Hope you all got the recordings of first 2 days also. I seen few people seen that recording also. Just click finish when it promoted for click on finish. Then the second thing that you downloaded is your RStudio. If you like the platform you can subscribe the channel also if you like that. So now the R Studio, clicking just next, install. It don't take so much to install, right? Rita, just a moment. R Studio ID. Download the R Studio ID. Rita, download the R Studio ID. Maybe upload crash report. You can say yes to it. Whenever there is a crash in your R language, or while you are working and your work get crashed, okay, so the report is sent to the R Studio automatically, and the team of R Studio will improve it using your reports. Okay, so it doesn't harm you in any case. So you can click on yes if you wish to send the reports to the R Studio. Else you can opt for no also if you don't want to send any reports to the R Studio platform. See, it is also completed. Click on finish. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to search just R in your search bar. Okay, just a moment. Search R in your search bar. See, either in apps or the very first option that will be displayed is your R Studio. This one. Hope you all see my desktop. Here is the R Studio. Open that. It will take a small time. Wait for a few minutes, or you can say a few seconds. R will get open. Okay, just a moment. Welcome back. So I thought all of you installed your R Studio also. Okay, that's good. Okay, this is the interface that R Studio have. This is your main console where you will program with R language. Okay, the left side one, this side. Okay, this is this part that I highlighted is your R console. Means here you will type your all programmings. Okay, in your right side, let me expand it more. in your right top side, there is a option of environment, history, connections, and tutorials. Okay, so in environment, it shows you that what are the temporary tables that are built in and on which data source you are working on. Okay, in history it will show all the commands and all the executions that you performed with your uh, r r language console. Okay, here is the connection with the sources. The different connected connections of the sources are visible over here. His tutorial is your helpline that you can go for some tutorials and all those things. And in right side, the bottom panel is some like your files, the current folder that you are working with, plots, all the graphical representations that you plot in command console will be shown over here. Packages, all the packages, or you can say the library that are needed to execute your models, your algorithms are presented here. The libraries that are already installed, you can say the by default libraries which are already installed with your RStudio package are already ticked, and those who are not ticked and having a blank, those are not installed. So you can see these libraries are already installed like base, your data sets, graphics, GR devices, methods, stats, and utils. Okay, coming to the next tab, it's help tab. So here you can see many resources from where you can take help regarding your programming, your chat sheets, and all those things. Okay, here is the viewer. Here you will see the running your running tables that are that on which you are working and the changes that are appeared. Okay, that will be viewed over here. This is the console. So you can choose which folder you want to work in. Okay, so here is your R language. By default it is available in your you can say my documents folder. Let me show you. By default it's your my document folders. In documents you can see these files are available in that console also, and this is your R file. Okay, right? So this is the folder that is your by default working folder. Okay, you can change it, and you can change your home directory also. We will see it in upcoming sessions, or it is not further needed. That keep the things by default. Okay, so let's move on to the slide again, so we can understand the interior part of the other things, like what are the types of data available in R, how to use R. Okay, so we will move with data types and variables in R. Is my screen visible to you? Please let me know, is my screen visible to you? Okay, Shri. Moving ahead, okay, with the data types and variables in R, we will move a little bit faster. In half an hour, we will compile the basics of R. Then in 30 minutes, we will see the basic commands in R. Okay. Now see the data type and variables in R. Consider a code that contains an integer. Okay. That is a equals to 5. So what is data type? The very first thing, that is int, that shows the data type of that variable. Okay, so here the data type is your integer. Okay, second thing is a, that is variable. Okay, and third thing, the value in that variable. Okay, so it is more clear that what is variable and what is data type and what is value. Okay, but don't get confused in variable and value. Okay, moving ahead, the different data types in R. The very first is your logical. All few of these are we already seen in Tableau and SQL. So uh, more more or less 2 or 3 are new for you. Okay, all of you know that logical, that is true and false, which is known as Boolean values. Second is your numerical, that you all aware about. Integer, that again you all aware about. Okay, complex terms, that consist of real and complex values. Character type, or you can say a strings. Okay, and finally the raw data means any data stored as raw bytes. Okay, hello 6 matlab it means uh, compile, or you can say a combination of character, complex, integer, like that. Okay, so these are the data types in R. And what is variable? Variables are logical names for piece of data. See here, the variable a, we defined the variable, we have a value with us, and we assign that value a name. Okay, so if we are assigning any name to our value, that is the variable. Okay, why we assign any variable? Because we need to store that data into particular place. Okay, and that variable contains the value that we have, or you can say the data that we have. And every variable have a unique name. Okay, that is known as identifier, because in any programming language you can't assign variable name, similar variable name, to multiple data. Okay, so the name for the variable will be unique. We will not go into the rules for defining variable names. Whenever we share this slide, go for that. It's just theoretical part. Okay, we have a lack of time also. Moving ahead with the operators in R, there are 4 type of operators available in R: the arithmetical operators, the relational operators, the assignment operators, and the logical operators. Okay, only these 4 types of operators are available with R. See, classifying these operators. Okay, so very first is your arithmetic operators. All you are aware about these operators, because in SQL also we seen these operators, so no need to go for the further details with these operators. Okay, just see what type of operators are these. Next, we have the example for the arithmetical operation, as you all know. Next, the relational operators. Relational operators also we see in SQL, that less than, greater than, okay, less than or equals to, greater than or equals to, equal to, not equal to, like that. Here is an example. Okay, these are the very basics of mathematics, so don't get into the more details of these operators. Okay, just aware, just have some information. Okay, here the example of your logical operators. Okay, these are very important. Just remember that the logical operators plays a very important role in our programming. Okay, next we have assignment operators. These are the unique operators only available in R Studio, or you can say R language, the assignment operators. Okay, we have two type of operators which are known as assignment operators in R. One is your left assignment and the next is your right assignment. Okay, whatever you want to assign to any value, okay, what preference you want to give, that first define the variable or first you want to assign the value. In the same way they will execute also. If you want to execute your value first, then you will assign right assignments. Okay, when you want your variable to be assigned first, then you use left assignments. So remember this, that what type of assignment operator you are using for your programming. Okay, by default it is left assignments in R Studio or R language. Okay, let next move on to the conditional statements that also we seen in SQL. Okay, this is about your conditional statements. Okay, so what is conditional statements? In R we also seen different type of conditional statements with where clause, right? But over here in R language, the conditional statements are if, nested if else. You already heard about these terms, but this is very important that R having only one conditional operator, if else and nested if else. Okay, so by using these two operators only, you can complete your R language programming. Okay, so easy. When only understanding one type of conditional statement, you complete your R language basics. It means if else and nested if else. Okay, let's do this example in R Studio. Okay, let's do it. Open your R Studio and perform this task and let me know what is the output. Is the output is major for you also or not? Open your R Studio if not already opened and perform it. Because it is very basic thing. Do it into your console. You all must thinking that the very first statement of any language is hello world. But sir is asking to type major or minor. Perform this task. So your conditional formatting will also conduct parallelly. Are you all doing the task? Okay, let me share you my screen also. If you are facing, it gives major as output. Right, Sumit? Let me let me share my screen also, so you all get understood this along with me. Is my art studio visible to you all? No? Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me share my screen. This is screen, this is window, this is, where is it? Is it here? Yes. Now is it visible to you all? Okay, fine. Those who face the problem or are not able to identify the thing, this console is not available previously. This is the thing that you have. Go into file, open a new R script. Okay. Either you can execute one by one over here, but write a script over here. See what we have: age, left assignment 20, then if age is greater than 18, oops, then this main statement, print. See here, R also gives you the option, as you see in Excel and other languages, that the inbuilt functions are available as these things. What function you want to use? Okay, so whenever you use print, because major is your string, that's why we are specifying it into columns. Okay. Then again we put this function else, right? For else, print again minor, minor, again close it, and then execute it. Okay, it's fine. It is not getting zoom. 782, low level, up level. Okay, from here, run it. Oops. Back. Run it. It shows measure. The results are available in your console, and the value that are available now is is in your environment. As I told you, the outputs and the programming you can perform in console as well as the results will be appeared in it. Along with that, the values that are executed or the values that we are working on with is stored into environment. See, a very small thing now easily understood by all of you. Now coming back towards that, Priyanshi, where can I open new console? Priyanshi, did you got it now? As I shown you from where you can open, just go on the left top corner, file. From your file section, just click on new R script. Okay, click on new R script. Over there you can open that. Got it? Now, if this example is for if else, now if you say to move it with just a moment, where is the option to zoom in? Force, where is it gone? Where is it gone? 7:1 ratio. Okay, now if you want to merge this into if else function, then what you have to do, just change over here that if else, okay, age is greater than this, put a comma here. Okay, remove these things and remove the print function also. Just mention measure. Okay, and then comma and delete everything else. Keep your minor as it is. Okay, so remove last this one also. Now if you will execute this function, it will give you measure again. Okay, so you have two things with you. One is if else and second is if else in vector equivalent. Okay, All of you got it? Hmm. Yes, select all these files. It means all these, uh, select all these statements and then click on run. You will get the result. Select all of it and click on the run button. You will find the result in your console like this. Here is it in your bottom part. Okay, in bottom section and left bottom, you will find the result in console. This is the another uh, option, or you can say the way to express the same statement and to execute it into the same format. Okay, is it more optimized? Okay, now move towards our second thing, that is your nested if. Okay, or just use one more example of it, that is your switch statement in if else only. Let's use one more thing, that is if state, nested if statement or switch statement. Say the age is again left assigned major, I mean AAJOR, that is major. Now switch age, okay, major equals to, you can say write major equals to, print what you have to print if the major equals to, that is age is greater than 18. Okay, next one is closed over here, put a comma over here and say what is the condition for the minor. We specified the condition for minor also here, the same thing, print what you have to print, print age is less than 18, right? So now when you will execute this one, what will be the result? Age is greater than 18, right? And in environment C, the value of age is changed now, because in last execution we have a variable age containing the value of 20. Now again in the same program we changed the value of the variable, so it is replaced automatically now. The age is major, so here the value of age variable is changed also. Okay. Smith, because in this statement, if you see like this, let me change the way I written the program like this. First one is this, which is included in this. Okay. And this is closed here. Okay. And for minor, here we are giving a statement, or you can say the condition. Okay. Similarly like this one. Okay. This statement is whole likewise here. Here it closes. So all these conditions are for age only. Okay. And what is the condition? Condition is for major. Here we inserted a value in it. So whatever be the value of the age, the output will print this. Okay. So here is a string, but here it works as a value for the age. Okay. So if you change the value here, the minor, then the output will be age is less than 18. Okay. So that's the thing. Here it is working as a string, but here it works as a value for the age. That's why we are not inserting it into double quotes. Okay. Is that okay? Priyanshi, error. Uh, Duplicate switching. Just a moment. Let me see your program. It's age and major. Which is age, major. Major equals to, not minus. Major equals to. See, the thing is major equals to, not minus sign. Okay, change that and that run it. And remember one thing, that as SQL is not case sensitive language, but R is case sensitive language. So if you assign any variable with capital letter, then the time when you call it back, use the same case sensitiveness. If you use capital, then again when you call it, use capital, else use small letter. Okay. Have you all done it? Let me know if you completed it. Okay, Shri. Let's move on for the next one. The next one is your nested if. Okay. Nested if means if statement in your if else into another if else. Okay. Just start it with just a moment. The same thing again. X at statement it is 0, then type if this one x is greater than 0, the very first condition it have to fulfill. Okay, what it has to print, it has to print that negative negative number. Okay, then again else if x is greater than 0. Okay, in first part put it less than 0, in second put it greater than 0. Okay, what it must be there, it must say print positive value, or you can say positive number. Let's be similar. Okay, and the final statement be else print 0. Okay, so what you have here, you have if statement into another if statement, else see like this, it works like it. Okay, so execute it and tell me what is the result. What is the result you are getting now? EV number, EV number or zero number? Yes, Priya, R is case sensitive language. Yes, Sumit, the result is 0. Yeah, sir, it's 0. Right. Okay. Sir, why error are coming? X is 0. See in the console, what is the result? Error unexpected. Negative number. Complete your statement, Priya. Priya, complete your statement. Yes, result is 0. But complete your statement. That's why it's showing you the error. You isn't completed your statement. See, you just closed over here only. You completed this part only. Complete this one also. That's why. Because here you mentioned if else, and again you mentioned if. So it must be closed with another else. Then only you will get the result. Okay. Yes. Sumit, you completed your code. Post it in chat. It contains error definitely, because it contains some extra curly brackets. Remove these brackets. Now execute it. Oh, see here. This closes over here. This closes here. One with the negative. None, 2, 3, 4. Not with the 0. Remove it. 1, 2, 3. One is with your print statement. Before print statement over here. Like this. Another is like this. Okay. Now run. The curly brackets are not at right place, so it is assigning you the error. You can do in this way. That is more better way. If else, second thing, with this. It will not create confusion for you. Okay. And this second one, if else, this is your second one. Okay. Else print 0. Okay, use this one. This. This is more easy to understand now. Okay, got it. Let me see, Sumit, what you have done. If yes, that's correct. We just completed this if else in our previous example. That's correct also. So this is known as your nested if else. Okay, fine. Got it. Anyone else containing any error now? No one else? Okay. Now we have loops in R. Let me show you the slides for it. Just a minute. Okay. We will complete up to loop only. Okay. Just wait for a moment. Let's now let's move with the slides. Okay. You can follow along with me as per the slides if you wish. Okay. So my okay. So the loops in R language. Okay. Let's see in fast mode. The loop statement. A loop is a control flow statement, as you all know. A loop statement controls the execution of the program. So it is known as the control flow statements that executes a statement or a group of statement many times. So if you want to repeat something in a particular manner or in a particular pattern, you will follow the loops. So how many types of loops are in R language? The first one is for loop. Okay. And the second one is while loop. The third one is repeat loop. Okay. For loop, the for loop executes a code a specific number of times. Okay. If any statement or any value that you need to repeat for a particular time only. Okay. So you use your for loop, right? Do it yourself, but be fast. Have you done it? Can we move on the next one? Did you completed the for loop? For loop tends you to repeat the specific number of times. What we mentioned here, we mentioned a vector value. Okay. A vector is single row values. Okay. Not in a two-dimensional values. Rows and columns both are not available in it. Okay. So we defined a vector VEC by left assignment. Okay. The values that we assign to the vector, okay, is 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay. Now we put a for loop with the values in vector. VAL in vector means value in vector. So what is to be print the value. Okay. VAL is the value. So what will it type? It will type 1 2 3 4 and 5, just 5 time. Okay. Any doubts? Done. Priya, this time you are first. Done. Very good. Nice. Great, great, great. Now moving ahead, if uh, for while loop test expression remains true. It means we seen for the for loop, it runs for a particular number of iterations. But while loop is used when you want to test the expression on the basis of true and false. Okay. So what we done in this example here, the value of I is 1 at initial level. Okay. So up to what level or up to what number of iterations it must run? It will run up to I is less than 6. Okay. While it means it must be satisfied this condition that till the statement is true, run the loop. Okay. So you have to declare the condition and the loop. Print I equals to I plus 1. So in every loop, the initial value of I is 1, and in next time the value of I will be 2, because in the print statement it is mentioned that I equals to I plus 1. First time the value of I is 1, so the value that returned is 1. In the second loop, the value of I equals to again 1, so 1 plus 1 will be 2, so it printed 2. Okay. Similarly, up to 5, it will give you the results. Okay. So this is while loop. While loop gives you a condition where you mention that at what condition or up to what condition the loop must run. Okay. Let's move on for the repeat loop. All you have done this. I hope you all done this. Good, Sumit. Move on to the repeat loop. What exactly repeat loop do? The repeat loop iterates a code multiple times. Means when we mention that to repeat, it means similarly as while loop do, it also runs up to a particular limit. Okay. If you observe in this code, we mentioned a break also. So if we will not mention a break, then it will repeat the iteration up to infinity. Okay. In repeat loop, remember the very main thing that you have to mention in the loop that where the loop must be exit or put a break. Otherwise, it will run up to the infinity. Okay. Don't worry, you will get the slides. By tomorrow, you all will get the recordings up to today, and along with the videos or the recordings, the slides will also be shared with you that we used. Okay. And by the end of the training, you will get all the materials other than the recordings in a zip file also. Okay. Moving ahead, why we use loops? Loop control statement. What is loop control statement? Because a controlling must be there in a loop, because due to the infinity process. If we will not control the loop, then the loop will run up to the infinity. That's why there must be some control statements that controls the loop and tell the loop where is to exit. Okay. So here the two options are available with us. One is break and the next is, and the another is next statement. Okay. Let's see what these two things do. In very first statement, you see there is a break. Okay. So break must be mentioned where to stop or exit from the loop. In this statement also, if you will not put a break over there, then what it will repeat? It will again and again repeats 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 like that. Else, when you put a break over there, it means the program must stop at that moment. Okay. And in the another part, that is your next statement, don't worry, the slides will be provided to you, then do the practice for these things. Okay. And in next statement, In the next statement, what it says that yes, if the value is equals to 3, then also move on to the next. It means for the print value. So in this statement, it skips your value 3. Okay. So if you want to continue by skipping the conditions or the value which is mentioned in the condition, then you have to use next. And if you want to stop the loop at the point where the condition fulfills, you will use break. Understood the difference between break and next statement? I've got it. Okay, that's great. That's great. So this is all about uh, R programming. Definitely 3 hours are very short for R also, because R are having more than 1,000 functions inbuilt within it. So hope in upcoming sessions or upcoming courses, I will see you over there. So at that point, we will see the depth of R. Okay. So R is very interesting, as well as it having many visualization things also. So by installing and by the introduction, 3 hours is very small time. Okay. I hope you all enjoyed today and understood the interface of R Studio, R language, and how to use R console, R scripts. Okay. Isn't it interesting? Waiting for your replies.